We're in business. What's up, guys? Welcome to Cowboys Huddle. We're back after a little hiatus with scheduling issues and that kind of thing. What's up, Foots?
Woo woo! What's up, Joe Rod, man? Hey, people have been asking, and we're here, guys. It's crazy. I know we said 2 shows a week, and we're going to try to get to that. Me and Joe have just been doing so much. We're keeping our channels going. Joe's channel is booming. That's my guy. But we're here. We're here now.
Yeah, man. It's good to see you again, Foots. It's been a while, so let's talk about our boys here. Let's hit on briefly here on the game here that we just won with the Cardinals. What's your overall thoughts on it?
Well, Joe, we texted about the game and just an ugly start. But that's kind of, I feel like, so the Denver game was like, us losing big is like, okay, you need that, bring it back to reality. But then we come out, Cardinals game, we get basically one possession in the first quarter, and it's slow and slowly, and it's slow. And you're like, oh man, what's going on? And Carson Palmer again looks like Tom Brady circa 2010. Actually Tom Brady now, because Tom Brady's still doing Tom Brady things, but nonetheless, Carson Palmer starts off 5 for 5. Our defense can't stop anybody. Heath looks slow over the top, and we're in trouble. And then all of a sudden, things get clicking, and it wasn't the best game from Dak, and it wasn't a great game from Zeke. I mean, it was a good game from Zeke, and Dez had the big play, but I like it. I like it a lot. Gutsy, gritty win. That's what I said on my YouTube channel. What about you, Joe?
Yeah, it definitely was a gritty win. It was literally fighting every inch of that field, man. That was a crazy game. It didn't start out good at all. It was like, man, oh crap, here we go again. Is this gonna be the Broncos again? It was legit frustrating to watch that first half. But they got that spark. Dez carrying those 5 Cardinals into the end zone. That was amazing. Offensive line still looks a little like they're still trying to find their way. It's amazing what the 2 moves have. Doug Free and Leary. But they're still figuring things out. DeMarcus Lawrence, man, that guy's a monster, man. But
yep.
Yeah, Zeke had an okay game. I just kind of feel like he's not completely 100%, or maybe there's a conditioning thing there with missing all the preseason games. But it didn't look as explosive. But what do you think, man? Did you think Zeke looked a little tad slower, or what? Or he looked good?
I'll take it farther to say I think Dak played well. I think it's a mix of, all right, so here's my thing with Zeke, because I've heard that from a lot of people. I think it's a mix of the O-line, like you said. Running lanes just aren't popping open, but Zeke is his best when he's to the second level and blowing through contact. He's not a guy who's going to Barry Sanders you and make 1,000 people miss in the backfield. You got to get him going forward and then let him play downhill, and then he can take it home with his speed. He's rare in that sense. I do see what people – I get kind of what people see, though, as far as the burst isn't there. But, let's let the season get going. Like you said, let's let him get his win, because, again, with him playing no preseason games, you could say, oh, he's a running back, he'll be fine, but – it's just not that easy. And you see it with our receiving core. You see it with Dak a little bit. And Dak played better this game, and he didn't have that many attempts this game. Yeah. But, Denver game, he was off. Giants game, he was very off. But it's early. It's early, Joe. Over 2-1. So.
Yeah, that's the key for everybody. It's still... there's not any. We're not close to doing a panic button by any means, but
no.
And you're not going to go undefeated. So there are going to be the ups and downs to the seasons, but
that's it.
We'll see, man. So who stood out for you, in a good way? Did anybody stand out as far as a negative or bad way? Who stood out in this game for you?
All right, I hit the bad first. So. I'm concerned about the offensive line, Joe. You brought it to my attention. And I really think we're having a hard time staying early I love when my team starts early. Early on, we're having a hard time staying in front of the chains. I don't like 2nd and 13. That's not Dak's game. Tony would always miracle complete those. Dak's not there in his this point in his career. Now Dak won't turn the ball over. He'll keep you ahead of schedule in the turnover battle. But good teams, you just can't start behind the chains. Play calling, something has to get rolling. So I think offensive line and play calling is a huge concern. Lyle, even Tyron got blown past. You never see that happen.
That was bad.
So, yeah, and I mean, honestly, Travis, like the only person holding their own on the offensive line is Zach Martin. He's the only one. Travis has had a bunch of whiffs. Lyle has just looked slow at times and just reach blocking. His reach block is terrible. And then even Chaz Green, the first game I thought he was very impressive, and in this game, it's okay.
Yeah.
But the good, Jordan freaking Lewis, man. Jordan Lewis is it. I'm sorry. Nolan Carroll doesn't get his job back from me, period. I did a film breakdown on him, and we obviously know what DeMarcus Lawrence is becoming. We were talking about this before the game too, Joe. A lot of people wanted to give. Before we started the huddle, a lot of people wanted to give up on D-Law. So, Jordan Lewis, D-Law. What you think, Joe? Who stood out to you?
Yeah, I go with that. Man, who stood out? Jordan Lewis, like you said, all the way. I mean, we kind of missed that tackling, like that ability to wrap a guy up. You know, even if you don't make the play, you wrap him up, you stop him dead where he's at, and that's been one of the most impressive things from Lewis. You know, the pass. I mean, he's elevating the secondary already being in there. So I'm with you. I want to see him stay on there. Nolan Carroll can be a backup. You know, a decent, serviceable backup. So let Jordan Lewis develop, and as the season goes on, we know all the rookies get better as the season goes on. So this is early. Man, I'm excited to see how he's going to look by the end of the season.
What do you think about Malik Collins, Joe?
Malik Collins had a good game. What do you have, 2.5 sacks?
Yeah. Yeah.
He beasted out in that game, man. That's what we thought. You know, when we were talking about players in the offseason and training camp, we was like, hey, Malik Collins, he's making some plays, so he looks the part there, man. Him and Lawrence are dominating right now.
When they start running those games, like those stunts, and you can get Malik Collins like moving and going up. Like, I love when he goes to blow up a tackle and then Lawrence like rushes inside. That's pretty special. That's special stuff right there, Joe. If you're into D-line play, watch those plays, fans out there, because it's lit. Like, that's awesome. Because that's like really 2D linemen like in synchronized motion. And what happens is Lee Collins goes and he just goes and crushes a tackle. And then DeMarcus Lawrence will either like scoop around or he'll come for a sack.
No, you're definitely right, man. These two guys, they're feeding off each other right now. There's like two sharks in the ocean, and the quarterback's the blood. I mean, they're getting after these guys, man. It's beautiful, you know. Awesome. We just gotta, some of these other players are gonna come along, Taco and the other guys. But I still think they have some work there in the draft to do on the defense. But right now, man, they're looking good. They're looking good.
Very good. Very good. Very good.
Yeah, man. So, let's talk briefly on this next game here against the Rams.
The St. Louis, LA, Anaheim, San Diego Rams. Who is it? Rams?
LA Rams. Yeah, those guys. They're coming to town. AT&T Stadium.
Gurley, Watkins just got there. Obviously, Jared Goff. It's funny. He was last year's first overall pick. And if you ask a lot of people if they redraft, they will probably draft Dak, But I say all that to say Sean McVay's system. So think about how the Skins used to play. It's just a lot of that. It's a lot of play action, protecting Goff. He doesn't have to make too many reads. the key to this game to me is more so going to be choking the run against Gurley.
Yeah.
That's my key. What about you?
I'll tell you what, man. I'm going to be watching Byron Jones in this game right here because, like you said, the system. He knows the system at Washington, and they like to utilize the tight end. So they have a rookie there. Who is it? Gerald Everett.
Yeah. Good player.
He's been making plays, so we better make sure we have a hat on that guy. And whether it's Byron Jones or one of the other guys, they're going to have to account for that guy. But it's going to be in the trenches again. You know, the Cowboys, this is a pretty stout defensive line, so offensive line, they need to step up. They need to keep improving and look like, you know, the all-pro line that they looked like last year. So it's going to be a big test. The stunts with Donald and some of the other guys there on the Rams defense, they're going to have to handle that. And Donald goes all over, up and down the line there, so it's going to be good, man. It's going to be, I don't think it's going to be a blowout. I think it's going to be a close, gritty game, man. I think we're going to have ugly yards, dirty runs. I mean, it's going to be a game, man. These aren't the old Rams, and, you know, that's how I feel about it.
I agree. I completely agree. And it's, like you said, get Aaron Donald. I think you can have some success running on this team, though. You get AD taken care of. I think if you get on their linebackers, I think we'll be in great shape. Trust me.
Let's talk about a deactivation. Who do you think gets deactivated for this game on defense, if any?
I think they're still in good graces with Mayowa, so who do you think, Joe? I don't know. That's a good question.
I think it might be I think if it's Tapper again, that might be a bad sign for whenever David Irving comes back. If they feel that he's not, you know what I mean? Like something's going on there. That's what I'm interested to see what happens with that guy, you know?
With Tapper, yeah. I can see Tapper. Ben Rickery, did he play last week? I can't even remember. I think he was there. I don't know if he played. So we'll see. The inactives, that's always a game day thing, you know.
And Sean Lee, if he's not a go, that'll be a big one. So who do you put at the wheel if he's out?
Wilbur, maybe I don't know. Durant probably. You just run your base, and maybe what's our boy's name? What's that other?
Hey, it's kind of a scary thought, right? When you're thinking about it, you're like, oh crap, what are we gonna put there?
I think they're just protecting Sean, but they do like their players to practice. Oh man, what's 50? Is it 52? What's his name? It could be the kid they just drafted from Seattle. They just got from Seattle. Price.
Oh, maybe Price. Yeah, one of those guys.
Yeah. The good thing about linebackers, like if you know one position, you usually know them all. And like Marinelli's system, it's not like it's a 3-4, so you got to be like special made to play this one. It's really just the wheels just chasing and freed up more, but you got to know your keys and how to get there, and you can't be shooting wrong gaps. Like you'll never see Sean Lee shoot a wrong gap, but some of these guys may not know their keys. I like Jalen in the middle, so
yeah.
Gatchkar, that's what I was thinking about. Gatchkar.
Oh, Gatchkar, I think he's gone though, huh?
Oh dang, Gatchkar's off the team. That's right.
Yeah, and Nazacha, the 49ers took him off practice squad, so he's gone too.
Wow, that shows you how much Sean Lee is. Babied me. Got me spoiled. I know the fans will eat that up. He's not even on the team anymore.
Yeah, man. So, it's gonna be a game, man. Wade Phillips.
Wilbur. Well, there you go. Wilbur will then.
Wilbur. Yeah. Yeah, it's gonna be a game, man. I just I hope they get everything going here and look good, you know, on offense and defense. I just have this feeling, you know, like I kind of have an uneasy feeling. Like I know that they should go out here and win this game, but right now, from what I've seen so far,
I think the start will let me know everything.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm with you on that. I agree. But I think that's it for right now, everybody. Just want to touch briefly here. Glad to see all you guys back. So, we want to thank every single one of you for coming back here and checking out Cowboys Huddle with myself and Foots.